Good evening. My name is Phil O'Connor, and I am running for president of the Lynn Teachers Union. For years, as an organizer, as an activist, union rep, and now as the second vice president of the local, I've had the opportunity to listen to members about the issues that they face at work. Many members feel very passionate, if not all of them, feel passionate about what is going on in our schools and how to make it a little bit better. But oftentimes, members feel like there's just not enough for them to do. They don't have the capacity to improve their situation. And I know I felt that way too, especially when I started out. My first few years in the classroom, I found really difficult. I felt like I couldn't keep up with everything. Heck, I still feel that way 10 years into this. But that's when I realized that I had to get involved in something. I needed to be a part of an institution that was going to fight with me for my own self interest to build a better school system. And that's what I find the Lynn Teachers Union to be. I went on to join the North Shore Labor Council as a delegate, a coalition of over 50 unions in the area. I ran for union rep before I had professional status, and I now sit on just about every committee in the Lynn Teachers Union, including the organizing committee, which I refounded, the negotiations team, which I've had a huge hand in supporting our president, Sheila O'Neill, and finally, as a founding member of the Racial Social Justice Committee. These things are so important to our union. But if we're going to build a better school system, we need to start with building a stronger union. We've done this in the past as through various campaigns led by Sheila, including our last contract campaign, getting through the COVID pandemic, and recently beating the KIP expansion plan last week. But we need to look to the future now. As Sheila announced in September at our membership meeting, she would be retiring and not running for another term. And I believe now is the time that we start to bring in some new leadership to reinvigorate our union to build a stronger organization for the greater good. And that's what this is. We're teachers, we're therapists, we're paraprofessionals. We care about our students, we educate them, and we'll do anything for them. It's about time we started working together a little bit more to make sure that we can do this. Now, I'm not alone in this vision. Colleen Miguel Laporte will be running for first vice president of the union once again. She served for over 15 years. Miriam Fusco Rodriguez will be returning to run again for second vice president, as she had before I held the seat. Paul Mayle will be running for treasurer, as he has held the seat for over 20 years. And we'll be welcoming some new folks into our local, too, into this slate. Kelsey Reed will be running for corresponding secretary. Michael Lopez Sines will be running for recording secretary. And finally, Abir Abdullah will be running for Sergeant at Arms, although she is the acting Sergeant at Arms currently. This will be her first election. If you're interested in working together and organizing, relating to folks that maybe don't necessarily work in the same school as you and don't have the same job titles, but you still want to act for the greater good, then this is the slate you should support, and I'm your guy. The election will be June 11th. I hope you will vote. If you're interested in following along with my campaign, please follow me on Facebook at Phil for LTU, and also Phil for LTU, no spaces, on Instagram as well. If you're interested in getting in contact with me, my contact info or a DM is available on both those platforms as well. I hope you're well and have a great night. Solidarity, y'all.